Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt sparkled on the red carpet here at the Screen Actors Guild Awards in Los Angeles. Brad kept his gaze on his stunning girlfriend, who wowed the photogs in a vintage dress by Hermes. That billowing gown only fueled rumors that Angie is pregnant with twins. But even with an 11th hour waiver from the Striking Writers Guild, there was concern that many A-list celebs would skip the event altogether. If there was any question about this red carpet being star-studded, that puts an end to it right there. Congratulations.
To the Queen.
Helen Mirren.
You've got 2 of these. You're an overachiever again. How do you feel?
Bloody marvelous.
You're looking at Southern California on fire. We came to this neighborhood moments before firefighters arrived.
We could get another engine up here.
As they scramble to save these homes, a frightening sign. Gas lines are buried just below the surface. The entire mountain could blow up. Then the wind suddenly shifted, creating a tornado of fire that instantly ignited the trees. The firefighters had to retreat. The battle resumed from the air. Helicopters with giant buckets scoop up water from a swimming pool. But as the sun goes down, the fires rage on in what's being called the worst disaster in Southern California's history.
On the night Olivia Newton-John's boyfriend, Patrick McDermott, began his fishing trip, he bought a ticket here and boarded this boat in San Pedro, California. The night was foggy and the temperature was 57 degrees. How did Olivia's boyfriend of 9 years spend the final hours on board just before he vanished?
This is 85 feet.
Inside Edition was granted exclusive access on the boat named Freedom. Now we retrace the route McDermott took the night he apparently disappeared. The boat averaged about 10 miles an hour as it headed south. The destination, San Clemente Island, where the seas are deep and the fish are plentiful. The passengers spent the day fishing until beginning the 6-hour journey back to San Pedro. But was McDermott actually on the boat as it headed back to port? 4 passengers, all interviewed by the Coast Guard, have since revealed they only saw McDermott the night before and never saw him fishing or come forward when his number was called at the end of the trip. You are looking at a literal ghost town in the desert. What was once a thriving subdivision is now littered with broken windows, padlocked doors, and foreclosure notices. It's Victorville, the foreclosure capital of Southern California. Here, thousands of homes lie empty. This is as bad as it gets, but just down the street, it gets even worse. Believe it or not, these are brand new homes, never lived in, and they're being torn down right before our eyes. And the reason will shock you. The home's developer went bankrupt before they could finish all the homes. Since many were partially built, it would have cost the bank over $1 million to bring them up to code. Incredibly, the bank decided it made more sense to take these finished homes, complete with water, power, paint, wallpaper, and tear them down. Rather than have model homes in the middle of nowhere, the bank is quoted as saying they'd rather clear the land and start over. Now, as demolition crews put rubble into piles, we see this dramatic example of the American dream of home ownership come crashing down. It was a family affair as Matt Damon brought his wife Luciana and his mother to the star-studded Hollywood premiere of his thriller, The Bourne Ultimatum.
What does that mean?
Watch what happens during our interview with Matt. His best friend, Ben Affleck, surprises him on the red carpet. There's Ben's beautiful wife, Jennifer Garner. Ben gave us his review of the 3rd installment in the Bourne series.
This one's great. Best one. I've already seen it. By far the best. Very good movie.
In the film, Matt reprises his role as rogue CIA agent Jason Bourne. So how did he get in such good shape for the stunt scenes?
Jazzercising. That's, yeah, it's what you thought, isn't it? No, I box. That's how I get into shape.
Talk about star power. Brad Pitt, George Clooney on the same red carpet for the Hollywood premiere of Ocean's 13. But the biggest reaction outside the premiere was for somebody that wasn't even in the film, Angelina Jolie. Angelina was surrounded by bodyguards as she signed autographs for screaming fans, but her biggest fan couldn't take his hands off her. George also signed autographs and told me preparing for his next role is keeping him slim. What's going on with you?
Been playing football.
The real stars of the night were the hunks of Ocean's 13.
Katie Holmes is back in her first public appearance since giving birth to baby Suri. Inside Edition had 3 cameras covering every angle of the big Hollywood premiere of Mission Impossible 3. Tom and Katie rolled up to the red carpet in style in this $1.2 million Bugatti. And look at Katie. It's hard to believe she gave birth just 16 days ago.
We're on the red carpet and backstage for all the action at the 33rd Annual People's Choice Awards in Los Angeles. And straight from the set of Desperate Housewives, Eva Longoria and Felicity Huffman were the last stars to arrive on the red carpet. Eva Longoria was luscious in a silvery dress designed by Michael Kors. And look at Halle Berry, the winner for Best Female Action Star, was shimmering in a Gucci mini dress. And on stage, Robin Williams paid her a compliment.
I also just want to thank God for just having her wear that dress. Thank you.
Robin was the People's Choice for Favorite Funny Male Star. Backstage in our one-on-one room, Robin proved why he was the choice when he grabbed my microphone and traded places with me. Who knew? We've got a new correspondent at Inside Edition.
Nuevo correspondente, nueva edición.
I got a woman way over town that's good to me.
Double Oscar nominee Jamie Foxx played the piano for us. He told me he's stoked about his 2 acting nominations, Best Actor for Ray and Best Supporting Actor for Collateral.
It's winning the Super Bowl, it's the championship, it's the Stanley Cup, it's every feeling that you could possibly put to it. That's what it is.
George Clooney is definitely the man of the hour, and not only will this be his first time going to the Oscars, this is the first time anyone's gotten a directing and acting nomination for 2 different films.
This is the first time an actor who played Batman has been nominated as a director.
After a 3-hour show, many of the winners opted to forego sleep in favor of celebrating. There were 6 parties spread all over Hollywood, and the biggest one right here at Vanity Fair. The 12th annual Vanity Fair soiree held at Morton's Restaurant in West Hollywood was packed with A-list stars. A beaming Hilary Swank arrived holding her golden man high and then kissed her husband Chad Lowe before the popping flashbulbs. Judging by the parties all over Hollywood, the Oscar festivities didn't end when the last envelope was opened.